Welcome back, everybody. Today's featured video spotlight is we have a guest in the studio, and we're going to be covering the legendary actress Mae West. Join us as we celebrate her life and career. Mae West was a groundbreaking American actress, writer, and comedian whose 7-decade career made her one of the classic Hollywood's most provocative stars and the lasting symbol of sexual independence and censorship battles. Early life and stage beginnings. Mae West was born Mary Jane West in Brooklyn, New York in 1893 to a German immigrant mother and a father who had been a prize fighter and later a private detective. She began performing as a child in church socials and amateur shows, turning professional in vaudeville by age 14 under the stage name Baby Mae. By the 1910s, she was appearing on Broadway in revues like A La Broadway, Vera Violetta, A Winsome Widow, drawing early praise for her comic flair and distinctive style. Playwright, scandal, and Broadway fame. West wrote, produced, directed, and starred in the 1926 Broadway play Sex, which led to her arrest and an 8-day jail term for corrupting the morals of youth, a scandal she cleverly used to boost her fame. She followed with controversial plays such as The Drag, about homosexuality, The Wicked Age, Pleasure Man, and especially Diamond Lil, a hit that solidified her image as a witty, risque star. Though she espoused live and let live views and publicly opposed brutality against gay men, her writings also included conflicting comments about homosexuality, reflecting tensions in her own era and thinking. Hollywood stardom and censorship battles. Joining Paramount in 1932, West made a standout film debut in Night After Night, rewriting her own lines and delivering the famous quip, "Goodness had nothing to do with it, dearie." She became a major box office draw with She Done Him Wrong and I'm No Angel, both opposite Cary Grant, films whose success helped rescue Paramount from financial trouble and made her one of America's highest paid entertainers. As the production code was enforced from 1934, her scripts were heavily censored. She responded by overloading scripts with lines she knew would be cut, hoping to slip others through. But later films like Belle of the 90s, Going to Town, and Klondike Annie were increasingly constrained. Radio, later career and recordings. A notorious 1937 appearance on the Chase and Sanborn Hour, filled with double entendres and sketches with Edgar Bergen's dummy Charlie McCarthy and a racy Adam and Eve spoof, led to a ban of West and her name from NBC Radio for years. After her last 1940s film, The Heat's On, she focused on stage and nightclub work, starring in Catherine Was Great, reviving Diamond Lil, and headlining Las Vegas shows flanked by bodybuilders, while continuing to turn down major film roles she felt didn't fit her persona. She built a parallel recording career, issuing film songs on 78s and later LPs such as The Fabulous Mae West, rock-inflected records like Way Out West, and novelty material including holiday tracks. Comebacks, image, and personal life. West became an icon for later generations. The Beatles featured her on Sgt. Pepper's cover. She returned to film in Myra Breckinridge in 1970 and Sextet in 1978, and she was named Woman of the Century by UCLA students for her outspoken stance on sexuality and censorship. Known for her figure-hugging gowns, feather trims, and a stylized walk, she cultivated Mae West as a persona distinct from herself, and her quips and image inspired artists from Salvador Dali to songwriters and wartime slang life vests nicknamed Mae Wests. She secretly married fellow vaudevillian Frank Wallace in 1911, had later relationships with figures like James Timoney and Cotton Club owner Odie Madden, and spent decades with younger partner Paul Novak, who remained with her until she died in 1980 following a stroke. She was only 87. She is in tune with her family in Brooklyn. So what do you think of the legendary actress Mae West? She was good. She was very sexy, very provocative, wore those really tight fitted dresses with the feather shawls, all those long feathers and the big hats and the long cigarette and so on. And she was very, very sexual. Great comedic actress, very funny and very camp, very quick-witted. She was also great, obviously, with Cary Grant in I'm No Angel and what's that one? I'm No Angel and She Done Him Wrong. And she was also great with W.C. Fields, the actor W.C. Fields. W.C. Fields and Mae West, they were great as a team, as a duo. They were great. But what are your thoughts? What were your favorite roles or memories of Mae West? Go on YouTube, you can find a lot of her work, interviews, stills. You can see her in glorious black and white, some stuff in color, some commercials maybe. I think there's some commercials. I think she's even there with, who's the actor? Magnum P.I.? What's his name? Oh god, I can't think of his name right now. Magnum P.I. Anyways, you'll see it. If you go on YouTube, you'll see her. She's doing like some type of commercial or some fake wedding. And I can't think of his name right now. And of course, I'll stop recording this and the name is going to pop up. If I'm not mistaken, it's Magnum P.I. And I can't think of his name right now. So give me your thoughts below on what you thought about Mae West. I love Mae West. I have all her films available. And whenever I want to watch some Mae West, I either go to YouTube or just pop in a DVD and appreciate what old Hollywood, glamour, real Hollywood was from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and on. Thank you for joining me here at Yesteryear TV Behind the Fame, where we take all your favorite celebrities of yesteryear and celebrate their life and career. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tony, and I'll see you all in the next video.